People are always gonna say when they're being pressed like that, shit's sweet, but shit's still not sweet.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 25, and let's get right into the video. This Huda, Shelly, Ace situation, let's get right into it. So the guys are having a chat and, basically saying, how they feel about what happened. Anyways, Nick is talking about, he feels some type of way about Elon, kissing Cierra in the heart rate challenge and all that stuff. And, he tight, he so upset about Elon, but I'm just like, what do you want Elon to do? He still said he wanted to explore Cierra, like he's not gonna roll over, until is you guys really close it off. Hold on to that. Anyways, back to Ace, Shelly, Huda situation. He was like, yeah, Huda, did too much. They all agree. Huda did a lot. But he said that, Shelly going back for seconds to kiss Chris was you doing too much too. Because the thing is, with this whole situation, from Ace's point of view, the people he kissed in the challenge, he don't care about like that. He not trying to form a connection with them, try to see how things go on the outside of a challenge. He's not doing that. So, Shelly, outside of the challenge, she's trying to, see where her and Chris can go. So that there's two different things what's going on. Ace is not trying to speak to, Maya one-on-one and try to build a connection, or Iris or whoever he kissed in that challenge like that. No. So that's what he's saying. Him kissing all these people is just basically a challenge situation. But her going back for seconds to Chris is basically yo, you really trying to form a connection. You still exploring the dude. Hello, outside of this challenge. So, what's going on here? What's tea? Anyway, Shelly and Huda. Huda, she already crying because, she know that Shelly is upset. Anyways, Shelly runs the villa. Same way Ace runs the villa, Shelly runs the villa. She got the girls on lock, okay? They really match made right here. So, anyways, Shelly, was talking to the girls, and then Huda pulls her for the chat. Can we have a chat? And, Shelly says, okay. But then she was like, you know what? Because I'm really heated right now, I don't think this is a time for us to have a chat. So she's just like, you know what? If I don't want to say nothing out of anger, so let's just talk tomorrow.
I don't want to say anything out of, anger or anything like that,
I just didn't want you to go to bed angry.
Let's just talk tomorrow, cool off of that. So Huda was just like, oh, okay, all right. She's really sad because she didn't want to accept, upset Shelly like that. So she was talking to Chris and saying Shelly's upset with me and I don't want her to feel upset with me, da. But Shelly just said she's gonna talk to her tomorrow. Basically, the thing with the Shelly and Huda situation is that there's a precedent that Huda set. You guys gotta understand that Huda set this precedent when she was with Jeremiah. Understandably, she did. So, and they all respected that precedent. So when it's her turn, when it's Shelly's turn, with the precedent that was already in place by Huda, she wanted that same respect return. And you gotta understand it. You gotta see the point of view.
What I don't like is when it was you, I've never kissed Jeremiah a day in my life. I don't know what that man tongue tastes like, none of that shit, because it was just a respect thing of yo, you fuck with him heavy, I'm not gonna do that, but you couldn't reciprocate that same energy.
The same respect return. If Jeremiah was still in the villa, none of the crazy stuff happened before, and you was still with that Jeremiah guy, nobody would have touched Jeremiah with a 10-foot pole because Huda's gonna act up. So now that Shelly is in a strong connection with Ace, Huda could have picked anybody else to, twerk on somebody's face with. She did not have to pick Ace. Why did you need to make Ace's heart race up? You did not. You could have picked any of the guys. There is 20 people in that villa, 10 guys in that villa, other than 9 other guys other than Ace. You could have did somebody else. No shade, no tea. I understand where Shelly's coming from with that situation. Now, granted, you guys had two times to send Huda home. Okay, first one, you giving her a chance, whatever, because her and Jeremiah was still on a decent terms, whatever. But the second time after she crashed out everything, whatnot, yeah, you should have sent her packing instead of sending Jalen packing. No shade, no tea. You should have sent her packing, because now she in the villa getting sympathy of it because, you know, Shelly don't want to speak to her. And, you know, obviously Shelly went to the villa. So none of the girls besides Amaya talked to her, I mean, tonight. I mean, maybe even maybe the cast of girls, but who knows, okay? No shade, no tea. I mean, they know Huda did something crazy, and, you know, they agree that Shelly has a right to feel that way by Huda, because if you're supposed to be friends in that villa, even though it's not Friend Island, you know, have that respect. I mean, just let her land, let her land. Now, when it comes to her and Ace, she is dead wrong, because it's just like, Ace is just doing a challenge, and granted, you want to set boundaries with Ace. Like, we're just going to start talking about that. Later on in the episode, you know, they have a chat. You kissed a lot of girls in the challenge, and he was just like, yeah, you double back. So she was just like, she didn't think he would like flip it back to her about the doubling back situation. So she kind of felt some type of way. I mean, they went to bed, you know, they were okay. He woke her up the next day, you know, made her breakfast, brought her a flower.
Flowers. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Chris also made her breakfast. He brought her a flower and 2 pancakes, and brought only Huda 1 pancake. So Huda felt some type of way. She was like, you know, we're in a couple, and you bringing Shelly 2 pancakes and a flower, and I'm just getting 1. She was like, you gave her a flower and 2 pancakes, and I only got 1 and none. Like, she basically said, you got a flower and 2, and I got 1 and none. Like, she really trying to make that thing rhyme. Like, okay, we get it. So she told the girls, and the girls are just like, oh yeah, I would feel some type of way too, because, like, you know, he really told you from jump though that Shelly is his number 1. So he really got in with a Villa Visa. Like, he, like, even with the CASA format that they made this year, they still got in with Villa Visas. They got the Villa Visas. Like, all the people in CASA that got sent came in here, they all trying to switch it up and switch it around. Like, you know, they only want to be stuck with their couple, but it is what it is. So yeah, they, you know, he still made breakfast for, you know, Shelly, you know, whatever, and all that stuff. Later on, they had a chat one-on-one, and basically he's trying to make Shelly see his side of the situation. So they weren't seeing eye to eye. Shelly was being stubborn. She, you know, was just like, you know, you gotta set boundaries. But it's like, you can't set boundaries if you're still exploring. And the thing is, this is a miscommunication situation. She's saying to Ace how, you said you still want to explore, so I'm going to explore too. So she's saying, since you want to still explore, I'm going to explore too. So it's kind of like a tit for tat situation that they're going on with. But the thing is, you know, Ace wants to lock it down, but he doesn't want to force Shelly's hand because a guy is in here. So you're just like, this is very much miscommunication, because he wants to lock it down. She seems into Ace, but because he's still saying he wants to explore or keep it open or whatever, you know, she's gonna still keep it open and give him shots. She's like, I'm only just talking to Chris. I'm not doing nothing XYZ outside of a challenge or whatever. She's just talking to him. But he's like, it doesn't matter, because you went and double back in a challenge, even though you still want to know him outside of a challenge and form a real deal connection, you know, with him. So, you know, you got to get Ace's point, because, like, let's get it real. But it's very much miscommunication. So when they had that chat, you know, Ace, both of them were just sad. Like, and then the thing is Ace was like, I don't, you know, after that conversation, he's like, I don't see us, you know, being closed off yet. So when he said that was just like, yeah, Shelly shut down, because it's like, what do you mean by that? Shelly seems like she wants to be closed off too. He wants to be closed off too, but, you know, he has his reasonings, and, you know, she's listening to what he said about them being open from previous. So it's just like, okay, where do we go from here? We're going
to be closed off. I don't feel like we're in that place.
I guess we'll talk later.
Okay.
So she got up and left, you know, and was just like, you know, we chat later. So he was like real sad. So later on, he goes, talks to Taylor. Taylor, he trying to control it. He trying to control it bad. He was just like, you guys just need to get over this hump. And once you get over this hump, you guys will be stronger. Like, He's saying don't break up a happy home, like don't break it up.
So what do you think your plan is moving forward?
Honestly, I don't know.
When y'all do make it past this, I feel like then that'll be y'all strong point going forward. But it's just the getting through this part, which is the hard part, the absolute hard part. But whenever that do happen, y'all gonna be alright.
Try to make Shelly's happen, like for real. Like he does not want this happy home broken up. He just like, you guys just need to get over this, you know. Once you get over this, you guys will be good, you be set, you be locked, whatever. So while this is happening, you know, daytime, everybody up, da-da-da-da, Cierra gets a text that her and Nic are going on a date. So while Nic and Cierra are on this date, they're chatting, da-da-da-da. Basically, they talked about like him kissing Alandria, and it was just like, how would you feel if I kissed Taylor, and wanted to see if like there was a connection, da-da-da. So, you know, there was that talk about. Anyways, Nic was seems like he liked Cierra because he was very upset about Elon. Anyways, he was just like, where do you want? She said that because they were together twice, said, you know, that I wouldn't want to do anything like that in here with anybody else. So they basically closed off the situation. They're closed off, you know, in the villa, whatever. And, you know, they came back, told the people, told everybody that everybody's so happy for them. Yes. Like we said, we needed more dates, we needed more love, and they said, you know, okay, bet. You know, they sent Nic and Cierra on a date. So I guess this is good PR for them. You know, Nicolandria is not happening on this show at all. I mean, I don't know what happens in the future so that thing is done. Like, if you want to talk about the future after the show, maybe, I don't know, don't hold, you know, hopes up, but on this show, that thing is done and dusted. So just, you know, just let it be. Anyways, so when Ace was hearing, you know, Nic locked it off, he said in his little confessional that he was just like, you know, I wish it was me. And, you know, that's the thing. You need to let Shelly know, hey, like, I really want to close it off. Like, you know, forget all Chris being in here. I really want to lock it in with you. Like, let's be locked in. Like, here, look where we at. We're at this miscommunication situation. You know, her still exploring Chris because he said that they're supposed to be still explored, or they're supposed to still be open because he wants them to still be explored. Like, when that's not the case, this man about to almost teary-eyed cry about you, his hand shaking, he's so sad, voice breaking, like you feeling bad for Ace.
I'm not enough for her, and it's frustrating. You know, I really do care about her, but I'm putting effort into something and I'm not getting it back, and it's rocky.
This episode was given Ace PR, Ace sympathy edit, and you know what? Team Shelly needed that. We needed a good PR edit for Ace because people didn't like Ace. People were like, oh, Ace is a learning leader, da-da-da-da. We needed a good sympathy edit for Ace. Now, once Shelly turns the wigs around, oh, we about to be locked. We got to be locked because right now they just making Nic and Cierra the winners right now. They're the only couple really locked in. Nobody else is locked in. Let's talk about the other people in the villa. Andrina, she wants to get to know Pepe. And then we have Brian over. She's getting a couple of Brian. Brian's telling the guys that her, you know, his and, you know, Andrina's chats are boring, which is like, man, like really? He's telling the guys like their chats are boring, like you don't really see much going besides, and it's just like, you know, you could be looking the best you can look. You need to have a personality, and if you don't got that personality, it's not gonna take you anywhere. If he's saying their chats are boring, like, man, that's messed up. She wants to go see where her and Pepe can be. She didn't talk to Brian all day. Pepe and her talk, and he's like, Pepe's like coupled up with Grayson, and he's like, you know what? You're a great girl and everything, but I'm with Grayson and I want to see how, you know, Grayson and I, you know, move. Like, if I'm going back and forth between you and Grayson, you're not going to get the best of me. And, you know, he's kind of real for that, but she got friend zoned, so that attempt was basically null and void. So Brian, he already basically calling her boring. Pepe friend zone her. I'm just like, Andrina, just wait for Jeremiah on the outside. That's all I can tell you, because like he's the only one who really, you know, appreciated you and your personality. Like, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Amaya, she's coupled with Zach, and yeah, it seems like Zach, he got that Villa Visa because he hasn't really pulled the girls or Amaya for like one-on-one chats since they got back, and Amaya kind of noticed that. So she was chatting to Chris, and then Elon was in the kitchen and heard. So Elon doubled back, ran and told Zach, like really messy dude, but he tried to keep him on the up and up. So Zach was just like, you know, like, what can I do? What can I do? Anyways, Alondra, you know, she got no couple. She's single. You know, Elon over here trying to make his rounds with her. You know, Zach ended up pulling Alondra for a chat. You know, try to make their rounds, try to see if there's something going.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad we did that challenge yesterday, though.
You shocked me. I'm not gonna
I was like,
lie.
yeah, I've been trying to kiss this girl for a minute.
I know. I was like, he got a kiss out of me. What the fuck?
So I was like, I'll pick that shit up.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I didn't kiss her over the house, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess she used to.
I noticed that.
Taylor and Alondra had a chat basically about, you know, he thought with his head and his heart, you know, that's why he ended up picking Clark. And then, you know, Alondra's just like, you know what, if a couple of days can make you throw away everything, then, you know, forget you. But, I mean, she's talking about feelings don't fade. So, I mean, we don't know, because he's also talking about how, you know what, he kind of want to still see how things with him and Alondra go. And he's telling that to Clark. But he's still being lovey-dovey with Clark. So I'm just like, how is this gonna go? How is this gonna go? Because how is this gonna go? Anyway, Maya and Elon also have a chat too. So seems like a lot of people are gonna be doing switcheroos. I feel like there might be a recoupling first before there's a vote. Shelly, like, I'm with you, but I gotta like let you know the real and real. You were dead wrong with how you were talking about Ace, about boundaries, because you don't got none. If you guys were closed off, if you guys were like really like, okay, you're not gonna kiss Chris in a challenge or double back in a challenge with Chris, then maybe we can hold you to it. But like, girl, you still exploring this dude and trying to like see what between you and Ace. And I'm just like, dude. Anyhow, at the end of the episode, Huda and Chris are having a chat. Basically told Huda, like, because Shelly's not reciprocating, you know that she's kind of interested or like that, he's gonna take a step back and focus on Huda. Cause I mean anybody could see she likes Ace more, or she's really more involved with Ace than she's more involved with Chris. Like, she's not gonna disrespect Ace and her, you know, situation. The fact that she's dead mad about the Huda situation just lets you know that she really kind of locked in, but she's just still keeping her options open with Chris. So that's why she's like doing that. But at the end of the day gotta end, and basically he told Huda that he's gonna be taking a step back from Shelly. So that's good, you know, for my client. Hopefully the only thing I just need is that for her to realize, you know what, you know, let her cool down, let her not be heated, because she talked to Sierra. Sierra's like, you know what, don't give anybody your energy, you know, just have a chill night. She wanted to be on cruise control in her zen mode. She didn't want to talk to no Chris, no Ace, no Huda. So with that being said, I feel like after she gets her, you know, energy together or whatever, and have a really cool, calm, collected chat, and basically realize like, hey, I really do like Ace, I really do want to move forward with Ace. And she has that chat with him before, you know, Chris lets her know like, hey, I'm just gonna focus on Huda, because I really don't want him to tell Shelly first that he's focused on Huda, and then I basically lets Shelly know like, hey, well then I'm gonna have to stick with Ace. Like, I don't want that. I want her to really be like, okay, I really want to focus on Ace. Let Ace know that beforehand, before it gets turned into like you settle in, or you just only doing that because he just said he off you. Like, I don't need that for my client. My client need to make that decision on her own. Anyways, at the end of the episode, there was like some little preview for tomorrow night. Basically, the Islanders are going to write some type of messy, anonymous things about one another and put it in the mailbox. So I guess that's in replace of the Twitter challenge, I guess.
Islanders, speak up and stand on business.
I mean, I still need a movie night. I still need 4K situations. So they better have movie night. It better be Thursday. It better be Friday, because we still need that. If you're not going to have the Twitter challenge, movie night is what's needed. It's a staple. It's a staple now. Like, we need the movie night. We need it. It's going to be tomorrow. Let's see if things cool over with my clients, because we're in the trenches right now. But I feel like we still got to hold on. Like, if you in line, stay in line. If you in the Shelly's line, stay in line. Stay in line. And also, this also deads all the scammer talk, because mans was about to cry. Like, hello, he was about to cry for Shelly over here looking sad. Like, girl, like, this is, if there was a scammer, put them in the Oscars, because what's going on here? Like, they look so sad about everything. But anyway, guys, this is episode 25. And if you guys like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, you guys watching the video, peace.